This is a riddle. Okay? You ready? How many of you have been around K-pop for more than a year? Okay. Oh, good. Quite a few of you. Okay. So I'm going to test you. Okay. Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. I have 10 statements. I want you to think if you can figure out who I'm talking about. Okay, you ready? Let me fix this. No? Okay, here we go. I'm talking about a group. Could also be one artist. You ready? This group's content is a rabbit hole. Rabbit hole. No skip discography. Vocal kings. They are a genre of their own. Concept kings. Their B-sides are just as good as their title tracks. They're better live than they are on the albums. You have to have every member of the group for it to work. Otherwise, it wouldn't be the same without one of them. The group has one member that nobody seems to talk about, no matter how great they are and no matter how much good they do. And this group has one member who is underappreciated by their own label and receives all of the lowest support. 10 statements. Who is it? If you had to guess one group, one answer, who is it? Do you see what I'm doing? Dex, I'll let you decide. Okay. Yeah, some of you picked up on it. One of the things that I have shared with you over the last however long is that as a reactor, and Moose, I don't know if you're still here or if this is an experience that you've had necessarily. I'm not asking you to speak up, so you can feel free to sit this one out. But the vantage point that I have as a reactor, the bird's eye view of all of these comments that come from all of these different reactions and all these different groups that we watch, sometimes from Korea, sometimes China, the Philippines, America, and so on. These 10 statements are said about every single artist across the board. Every single one of them. And I mean like passionately. So here's why I bring this up. Okay. Obviously, yes, biased takes. Yes, you are right. These are all the groups. Now, does that mean that all of these 10 things, and you can insert any artist that you want, any group that you want. It doesn't mean that all 10 things are true. It just means these are the 10 things, the Rolodex, that people tend to just flip through, and they just choose, okay, I'm going to say number 7 today about this video. Okay, I'm going to say number 4. Go. And then it's just nonstop. They'll choose a member that's usually their favorite member and say, they get all the worst support. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, they're not treated right. And it goes. And regardless of what, and I will use this very loosely, the evidence that you use to support this notion of like, this member is treated so poorly because of X, Y, and Z. The way that you feel about that is the way that all these other people by the thousands feel about another member of another group or another member of the same group. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, why do I bring this up? One, as a reactor in my vantage point here, if I want to really examine how a fandom reacts, like, because this is kind of like react inception in a way, if you think about it, okay? We watch a video, I react to it. We put it on YouTube, and then YouTube reacts to my reaction. Their reaction lives in the comment section. So I then go and I go through these reactions, right? Especially with new groups, because I want to see how the fandom acts. I want to see how they work. And it's incredibly different sometimes. It's really fascinating to watch it. I love it. There's a psychology behind it I think is so fascinating. But what I tend to see is I have to kind of comb through these 10 statements for every single group, right? So I check out a new group, I launch the video, and then I have 1,000 comments. As I'm scrolling through, as soon as I see one of those comments on this group, I keep reading. Nope, next, 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 until there's something unique. And then I go, stop. And I read what they have to say. Those right there, to me, are the real gems of what it means to be, like, to really appreciate your artist at hand. You're not regurgitating the things that are over and over and over again regurgitated about all these other groups. It's these little pieces, these gems that make me go, ooh, that's interesting. And I think about that. Wow. Okay, I hadn't thought about that. But it's all buried under this formula that seems to just, like water under the bridge, just goes and goes and goes, and you just wait, and, ooh, what's that? Grab it, ooh, read it. Wow, I hadn't thought about that. That's interesting. It's fascinating. Fascinating. Now, I can name a handful of groups that I feel like fit in this category, at least most of them. I mean, the reality is that all these guys, like all these groups, boy groups, girl groups, the reason we love them is because their art is great. Their music kicks ass. Their messages kick ass. They're talented. We love them because they have earned that love. I think sometimes as fans, we have to be very careful. Yes, and co-eds, thank you. We have to be careful to not dilute the water of the fandom in a way, right? Because it also, we're representing the fandom every time we interact with other people and other fandoms. That's kind of part of our responsibility. I mean, think about how many rules are kind of out there for people when you say, and Twitter is a perfect example, or X or whatever it's called, where we tell people, don't go to the airport and take a bunch of pictures of them. Don't go to their house and take pictures of the windows. Like, let them live a life as best they can. At least, you know, have some boundaries. Respect them as a person. Appreciate them as an artist, right? But it's like those rules kind of still, yeah. And that's the thing, Joe. I know I'm totally preaching to the choir. Like, I would like to think that everybody here kind of gets what I'm saying, right? But representing that fandom with these interactions that's our responsibility, right? We don't show up at the airport. We don't swarm them and put them in danger. We respect them. We treat them right. Yeah, man. But anyway, so I've been thinking about that for a while, and I've been kind of taking notes and kind of watching this from this bird's eye view, and I really do think it's fascinating. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's connected to age, to be honest. Now, do I think that younger fans might have a higher tendency to push boundaries? I mean, probably, but that's a massive assumption and a massive generalization. I would just be guessing. Yeah. But I do find it interesting. And you know what? I guess the major point is like, when you're out there and you're kind of scouring the reactor space and YouTube and Twitter and all the other social platforms that you go, just consider when you are praising your groups that you love so much, think about the real gems that are going to grab somebody's attention and say, yeah, that's different. I don't hear that every day. Concept Kings, no skip. Vocal Kings, and it just goes. Rolodex. Yep. I think one of the best respects that you can give these people for all they do, boy groups, girl groups, co-eds, think for yourself, speak for yourself, love yourself, and put it out there into the world. Be authentic with your words. Be genuine.